sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised.
Now, here's Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist.
Yeah.
All right, Doc.
I'm awake.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you all right?
Yeah. I got a little fever. A little something going on. I just ain't right. Jesus Christ. I'm 34. I'm coming undone.
I was just thinking about that college thing we did when I got really sick.
Yeah.
It's just horrible to try to do things when you're sick. It is really just awful.
Let me tell you my sick philosophy, too, because I'm such a loser and a slacker, generally, and the word is sort of out that I'm lazy.
Oh, it's finally out.
Well, it's been out. It's been in the San Fernando Valley for almost 2 decades
amongst
now.
The employers now.
Amongst the employers, it's out that I am not the stalwart that they maybe once thought I was.
You put up in a good facade for quite a while, sort of cowering behind me. And
well, I do what I have to do, but I don't do any more than that. But the point is I've been sick for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Generally run down, not feeling well, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You want to lie down when you're standing up.
Yeah.
But I'm not projectile vomiting. Right. I don't have 102 temperature, and I haven't broken out in any welts.
Yeah.
I wish either I would feel good or I would go down hard.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where I could really produce some sputum.
Just to impress people?
That's my new word now, sputum.
Oh, you can't. I taught you that 2 nights ago.
I want to, hack up a gopher in front of my employers. And my problem is I just feel sort of like crap.
You're getting old.
Sort of hungover.
Around 35 is when I noticed this kind of illness is kicking in. So you're just getting here.
Jesus, I'm celebrating early.
You're getting in.
My point is I've just felt bad enough to really just complain a lot, but not really have a good, strong, viable excuse for not showing up anywhere.
Why don't you see if you can just get together enough to do this show tonight, all right?
It's not going to be easy. Molly Culver is supposed to come in tonight. She's the really good-looking redhead from VIP. My kind of woman, by the way, this Molly Culver. We had her and the other cast members from VIP on the TV show a couple of months ago. We really like Molly. So she's allegedly coming in here tonight, although anyone who listens to this show with any regularity knows that our guests sort of drift in when they will. It's not really science. It's not the swallows coming back to Capistrano.
Indeed not.
It's just more like pollen in the wind.
Of course, give some people a break. I mean, look where we're located here.
Well, that's true. Adam.
Yeah.
They could factor that in, though. You're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
All right. Lately, not lately. Well, last time I got intimate with a girl, right? I work with her, and I was at her house, and we started, getting it on and stuff, and when we got to the point where I was actually gonna have sex with her, we were doing foreplay and stuff, and I totally got nervous and I lost my erection and I couldn't get it back up again until afterwards.
That's quite a preamble of that question.
The heartbreak of flaccidity.
Yeah. So I was of course pissed off at myself.
All right, Adam, that's normal, and pretty much all guys get that experience at some time, usually early in their career.
It happened twice.
Well, once it happens, you become convinced it's going to happen. So the anticipation of it happening again is enough to make you so anxious that you make it happen again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, once you start losing the feeling down there, you immediately lose all feeling, and then not only is the penis not erect, but you've never seen it smaller.
It disconnects from your body.
And you could smack it with a hammer and you wouldn't feel anything. It's like
detachable.
All of a sudden you got a diving accident, and you're paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, and then you go into your next sexual experience with that in mind, and you're effed. I mean, you're screwed.
And you don't want to do anything that could add to that physiology. Don't take cold medication. Don't drink. Don't use stimulants, cocaine, that kind of thing. All that stuff will work against you.
But you got to get a good experience under your belt, pardon the pun, in order to have success next time. But the question is, how do you do it with this in mind?
Get a relationship.
Yeah, you hook up with one girl and you work with her for a while. You don't have to have a relationship. Just go to the same hooker 3 or 4 times.
For God's sake.
But the point is consistency and work it out. You'll be fine. Leanne.
Hello.
Hey, you're 20. Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, first of all, I wanted to comment on the lady who, I mean, you got to be sitting lopsided because she chewed on your ass for a while last night.
Yeah.
That woman who had been sexually abused and sort of made it out?
Yeah.
I liked her.
She was all right.
She sort of
I had a real hard time with her because she was angry that you sounded like a sexist.
Yeah.
But I would have said the same thing, and I'm a woman. So
Women can be sexist, too.
Understand, though, that when people have had specific experiences, such as molestation or rape or alcoholism or whatever it is, been to Vietnam, whatever it is, if it's a real specific situation,
it's their issue.
They will call up and they will use whatever you're talking about as sort of a stepping stone to then go into their experience.
Even if they agree with you. But even if they agree with you, they'll start from a conflicted place.
But they will never start by agreeing with you because that's not a good in for them to start their conversation about themselves.
How dare you talk like that about that? And when they're done going off, you realize they agree.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was agreeing with you. It was just okay for her to say it because she was a woman.
Right.
Well, we have this thing in our society. I don't quite understand how it works. But the deal is unless you're raped, you can't talk about rape. Unless you're black, you can't talk about black.
Exactly.
Unless you're a woman, you can't talk about pregnancy. You just can't talk about anything unless you've been there.
Yeah.
And this is the way we do it in our society, and I don't buy that crap at all. I'm an intelligent guy. I don't read, but I'm an intelligent guy. I have opinions, and I can form opinions on things that I am. It's like I could form an opinion on the Civil War.
Last year,
that doesn't mean I actually fought in it.
Last year, Adam told me about religions.
That's
and what
right.
they mean.
That's right. That's right.
It's in great sweeping.
That's right. I sound like some sort of theologian last night during the commercial, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
Yesterday, you also asked about the Jehovah's Witnesses. You said something about anniversaries.
Right.
And I used to babysit, and I thought it was really ironic because on their anniversary, all the kids got presents just like Christmas.
Oh.
So they kind of use that as an excuse for everybody to get.
So the Jehovah's Witnesses do celebrate anniversaries.
They don't believe in the resurrection of Christ.
Right, so no Christmas.
But they don't believe in Christmas. They don't celebrate Easter.
What about birthdays?
I don't think so.
No, but they do anniversaries.
They do anniversaries.
All right, I'm out then.
Did you have a question about the birth control pill?
Yeah, I did. I started out on Orthonovium, the 777.
Uh-huh.
And I was on that, and I was fine. I was on that for almost 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Then I was switched. A girlfriend of mine got the ortho tricycline.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that for 6 months, and it made me really, really sick. Okay. I would be nauseous every time I'd take a pill.
It's a little different.
So I switched to the Depo-Provera shot, but I don't like it. It made me have real bad,
Leanne,
depression.
Go back to the Ortho 777.
And that won't make me sick just because I've already been on the...
No.
It's been awful. It's
the
terrible.
Ortho tricycline is a different chemical slightly, so...
Jesus Christ, she's hopping around.
Yeah.
I like that. She tried her friends. Drew, don't you get disgusted as a doctor when you hear that?
No, I get disgusted when my patients or people I go out of the way for don't follow directions.
Now, Drew's talking about me because Drew prescribed me some antibiotics. Or what did you prescribe me?
Antibiotics.
Well, what was it? Penicillin?
Lorabid.
Is that penicillin?
It's a relative.
Unfortunately, it's a pediatric penicillin.
It was pediatric suspension.
What are you talking about, suspension?
Well, it wasn't a pediatric dose. It was a liquid that you normally give for kids.
I know, but it's hot pink and it tastes like cotton candy.
Bubblegum, yeah.
Jesus Christ, you got to...
Hey, you wanted what I had available in the closet.
I'll lose the head cold, but I'll get a fat ass drink it all. I mean, there's more sugar in that solution.
By the way, he called me at home and asked me to bring antibiotics into the studio last night.
All right, so Drew's pissed because he said...
And by the way, that's about $200 worth of antibiotics.
You got to be asking me.
That's a lot of...
Listen to me, if I paid $200 for that, I'd kick you right in the nuts because it hasn't done a goddamn thing. How long does that stuff take to work?
If it's going to work, it'll take 3 or 4 days.
Okay. I'll give it another day or so. But 3 or 4 days, your head cold could go away anyway.
That's right.
I'm sure. It's nothing but sugar, water, and pink dye, isn't it?
No, I think you got a sinus infection, though.
Okay, the point is Drew's PO'd because he told me to take 2 teaspoons twice a day. 1 teaspoon twice a day. and instead I've just been nipping off the bottle like it was a flask.
God.
Believe me, I've been swigging long enough. I know what a teaspoon is.
Oh.
So I get a little extra in me. That's good, right?
No.
Why? What would that do?
When you have an emergency room with anaphylaxis, don't talk to me.
Who's this anaphylaxis?
She's coming up tonight.
Josh?
Yes.
Wasn't she that playmate who ballooned up and then showed up at that kid's bar mitzvah drunk? You remember anaphylaxis, don't you, Josh?
Yeah, I do, Adam.
All right.
What's up, Josh?
First of all, let me say I love the show. Adam, I actually worship you as a god.
Thank you.
Yes. And I also, too, wanted to comment about that woman who called you up last night and was, like, chewing you out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of backward of her to say, well, I'm a woman because if I get my tubes tied, I'm going to yell at Adam. But when you said about a man getting the vasectomy, she was like, oh, yeah, sure, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
She went right along with that. I think that was a little bit ridiculous.
Thank you. Well, I agree, and I appreciate people defending me. And I'll tell you the truth, when people call up and have a beef with something I say or Drew says, I like to hear them out. And then sometimes people call back the next night and they go, oh, I can't believe you let that chick walk all over you, or I can't believe you let that dude say his piece, or whatever, you should have shut him down, or I don't like that.
No, we like to hear him.
Yeah, I do. I hate listening to a radio show, hearing some guy who calls in with an alternative viewpoint, and they just pot him down and start yelling at him.
It's an abuse of the power of being in the driver's seat.
Yeah, if someone wants to call in with a beef, I'll hear
dialogue.
I'll hear the beef.
Yeah, it should be a dialogue.
Absolutely. I don't care. Rosemary,
Yeah.
you're 19.
Yep.
What's going on?
I have extremely large breasts, and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, let's see if we can help. 19.
Yeah.
How big's the rest of you?
What?
How big is the rest of you?
I'm 5'9". My measurements before I got pregnant were 36, 25 3/4, and 36.
36.
And right now I am 7 months along, and I have a G-cup size bust. And I don't know what to do about it.
Hold on.
You're pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, Rosemary, it'll change after the pregnancy.
Yeah, you'll go down an A cup
I know,
the next morning. How do you know your G size?
How do I know? Because I went into a maternity shop, and I asked them if they had anything bigger than a triple D, which I didn't know was an S cup.
And the guy said, geez, those are huge cans.
No, they didn't carry the size.
All right, but A, B, C, D, E. What about F?
I'm in an F right now, and it's too tight.
So there's a triple E?
I think all that multiple...
I'm still trying to work this out. There's a triple E size bra?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Is there a triple F or a double F?
I don't know.
When I'm in charge, we will standardize all bra sizes. That is the first thing we will do. I'll be up on the podium. I want to live in an America where a man can decipher a bra size. Thank you. That's it.
Okay.
So now you're G, and what were you before? You were 36 what before you got pregnant?
36 double D.
Double D. All right, so that's your size, and you got pregnant, and the breast got big.
Yeah, but what happened with my sister was that she went up after she got all done with her breastfeeding and stuff. Her swelling didn't go down.
Really?
Sometimes people go down. There's the atrophic changes after pregnancy, and they can be substantial.
Sometimes they get lower?
They get way lower sometimes.
Than what you originally started with?
Yep.
Ooh,
Sorry,
it's like the little brat sucked all the life out of you, isn't it? All right, so here's the deal, Rosemary. It's not worth thinking about, is it?
No.
How long after the pregnancy, Drew?
Depends how long she breastfeeds.
Really?
Yeah.
Will she keep producing milk even if she wanted to do it, like, well into high school or something?
It's possible.
Really? How does that work?
You keep stimulating the breast, and it'll keep producing the hormones in the pituitary gland.
It will?
For a long time, yeah.
When do most women cut the youngsters off?
About a year.
About a year?
Mm-hmm.
But in France, they do it until the kid's 14, 15, right?
Mm.
It's funny. He's got a wine glass in one hand and a boob in the other. It's where they start, in Europe, they start drinking at 13, but they don't get off the tit until they're well into their 20s. I got to move there. Okay, so, Rosemary?
Yeah?
Make like a white Russian. Little vodka, shot off, Rosemary. So don't worry about it until you're done with the breastfeeding, okay?
Okay.
I mean, what do you want to
are.
do? There's not a doctor.
There's nothing you can do. Yeah.
No one's going to give you a breast reduction when you're 7.5 months pregnant, are they?
No.
19, though. Hey, Rosemary?
Yeah.
First child?
Yes, this is.
All right, take it easy on the kids. You're just 19 now, right?
How old's your husband?
He's doing great.
Ooh, husband. How old is he?
He's 23.
Your husband?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All right, no more kids for a little while. All right?
Yeah, we're going to have one and then wait a while and then maybe think of having another.
That's good.
Good.
All right. I bet she has 15 before she's 25. Melissa,
Yeah.
you're 14?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I am kind of seeing a 21-year-old, and, you know what? I have someone on my line. Can you hold on?
No, just
okay.
let it ring, you idiot.
Oh, hey. Okay, well, okay, hold on. All right, well, I don't know, I met, like, this guy about 4 months ago over, a kind of like a telephone conversation, like, me and my friend,
What's your question about him? What's your question about him?
Well, all my friends tell me, like, you know, I'm a little young to be seeing him
How old
and
is
doing
he?
stuff with him.
How old is he?
21.
You're how old? 14?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you doing with him?
Like making out and kind of other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
What other stuff?
You're not a little young for him. He's a little old for you.
Right.
What are you, in the 9th grade?
Yeah.
What the... This guy, listen, I know none of you poor women will accept this because you think, first off, you don't look at yourself as a 14-year-old. You look at yourself as Melissa, and you look at yourself as a young lady. But when you get older, and anyone with a shred of dignity or sanity who's listening to this call knows that 9th grade and a senior in college is just bizarre, and it is flawed. He is terribly flawed as a human being. I don't care what he does. I don't care if he donates every waking moment down at the shelter. He's flawed.
9th grade and senior in high school is not right.
That's pretty dicey, too.
Yeah.
Well, what's this guy do, though, although we know he's not a senior in college?
He does, like, some type of, like, engineering type thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Engineering means working on an engine.
Right.
Something like that. I don't know. Like, he actually, the thing is that he won't date me because of my age, but he'll do stuff with me. And another thing is like, he won't go, like, out to the movies, like, where he lives because he's afraid his friends might see me.
Yeah, somebody will send him, put him in jail.
The good news is he can get her in for kitty prices.
Oh, for crying out loud. He'll go to jail, Melissa. You understand that?
Yeah.
That's how flawed this is.
What do you mean he'll do stuff with you?
Like, I don't know, like, he'll take me out to dinner, or I'll go over to his house and watch movies and, you know, like, fool around and stuff like that. Just stuff like that.
How far have you gotten with him physically? Drew, don't bang.
What?
Huh? How far have you gotten with him physically?
Well, I haven't big or anything, but, I mean, he's done stuff
that's good.
to me. I don't like doing that, so.
Okay. He's done stuff to you, though.
Yeah.
I love it when you think someone's going to be coy, and then they go right for the crude stuff.
He doesn't, how do you say it? How do you say it?
Geez, I'm trying to think of how to put this delicately. He hasn't finger banged me. All right, so Melissa, this guy's a criminal. He's flawed. I don't know where your parents are. This is a disaster, right?
Yeah, well, I can't tell
guy.
my parents, so.
Okay, good.
Don't see this guy.
The easiest way not to tell your folks is just not to see this guy.
Oh, if you follow our advice, you will be so thankful in sometime in the future.
Really?
Yes,
Melissa, this guy is...
I don't know. Where's your dad?
Sleeping.
Yeah. What's he do? Is he an idiot?
Actually, he used to build houses and stuff, and he got injured.
Oh,
and,
disability.
He takes pain
contractor,
medicine.
hooked on meds.
Back pain.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
very bad back pain.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
I worked for these guys. You know what my first foreman was? Vietnam vet hooked on painkillers.
Oh.
Could you imagine? Imagine your boss is a Vietnam vet. He worked on a mine sweep in the Mekong Delta. And he was hooked on painkillers.
Opiate addict.
This is your boss. Melissa, I know your dad's a world-class a-hole, but that is no excuse for hooking up with the runner-up in the a-hole competition.
Right. Don't ruin your own life because he's not
Please.
doing so well. And listen, understand that you don't have a way to judge this guy. You don't have a frame of reference. Your dad hasn't served as a good role model. You're 14 and can't judge what a 21-year-old really should be like. You're not at his age. When you're 21, you'll look back on this guy and you will be mortified.
Right.
That you even hung out with him.
Oh. What the hell goes on with it? Guys are just so they're just so horny. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yes.
It's just hey.
The law should be like directed at that behavior. Don't you think?
Yeah.
We don't take that into account. We don't take reality into account in our system.
I got this stupid chick. Her dad's kind of freaked her out. She's going to come over and give me a hand job twice a week while we watch Meatballs on VHS.
Yeah, Cartoon Network.
Oh, Fred.
Hey, how are you?
You're 33. We're going to take a break here. You're sexually attracted to little boys.
Yes, that's right.
You want to know where to go to get help?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Hang on a second, and we'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Alrighty then. It's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Molly Culver from VIP, which is the big syndicated hit with Pamela Lee, is going to be in here in just a few minutes. There was a little snafu, some problems with timing, but she is the very leggy redhead who we like very much from that show. So she'll be rolling in here in mere moments, and until then, we'll go back to the phones. We'll talk to Fred. Fred's 33. Fred?
Hello.
So, Fred, you like young boys. You're attracted to young boys.
Yes.
And you're scared that this is going to be a problem.
Well, yes. I've seen. Well, I saw several years ago. I saw a couple of doctors about it. They didn't know what to do. That's the impression I got. They just sort of stumbled around asking me questions for a long time. I paid a lot of money.
What kind of Well, Fred, this takes years to treat.
Well,
okay, years and years and years.
Yeah, well, I don't have like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Fred, that's what it takes, okay?
Well, hold on.
Well, wait a minute. I don't like the fact that he's blaming everybody. Hey, they screwed me up. No, it takes a long time, a lot of work to help this kind of thing. In the meantime, you just have to contain that behavior.
Well, I do.
Okay.
What do you think? How old are the boys that you're attracted to?
I don't know. Between like 9 and 13, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And when did you stumble onto this attraction?
Maybe 20 years ago or so.
Oh, really? So you were young when you got into this,
but you probably sexually abused yourself, right?
No.
Nobody ever screwed around with you?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Let's do a little investigation. Well, what kind of guy was your dad?
He was sort of quiet, a little bit removed, but
never physically abusive or violent.
No uncles that did anything strange.
No.
No
funny uncles. No.
When did you have your first sexual experience?
I was 28.
28?
Yeah.
Your first sexual experience ever with a man or a woman or a child or anyone?
That's right.
28 years old?
Yeah.
Who were you with?
Jesus.
I was with a woman.
How come so late in your life?
I'm not very interested in women. Mildly. It was more curiosity than real attraction.
And so would you consider yourself gay?
No, I don't. I'm not interested in men either. I mean, grown men.
Only, too much hair. Only,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Only the young boys.
Yeah.
So, have you ever perpetrated this sexual act on a young boy?
No.
I don't want some guy messing with me. Why would some kid want some guy messing with him?
Well, they don't. It's just most guys go ahead and just take advantage of them anyway.
Well, but God bless you, Fred, for being able to empathize with another person. Not everybody can do that.
So you're just not acting out at all?
No, that's right, which I find a bit frustrating, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Now, what do you do to find like kiddie porn on the internet and look at that?
No, I don't do that. I guess it's just good friends with my right hand.
Yeah, but what do you think about young guys?
Yeah.
Huh. But you don't seek out any of the erotica that's out there.
No, I thought that was illegal.
Fred's a decent guy.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Well, we're not used to that combination.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't usually go hand in hand. I mean, usually if you're a pedophile, or at least you're thinking like a pedophile, you figure all bets are off. It's like, I think murderers tend to litter more.
Well, usually...
Do you know what I'm saying?
Our usual...
Thanks for that acknowledgement.
Yeah, Adam...
Appreciate that.
Why should I start tonight?
That's true.
The profile of our caller who fits this sort of profile typically is sexually abused in childhood, so thereby develops this developmental sticking point and becomes antisocial.
Right.
And so the whole thing is just, whatever, because they're just acting out.
Right.
So he's saying he wasn't sexually abused. He's clearly a decent person. Where did this preoccupation come from? What was your mom like?
She was sort of quiet too. Both my parents were very sort of quiet and a little bit removed.
Was there any mental illness in the family?
No. My father's side of the family is rather neurotic, but there's no mental illness.
What do you do for a living?
I sell advertising.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything. All right, Fred.
Yeah.
Drew, are there any groups that he can get involved with that aren't going to cost anything?
Or at least reasonable amounts. Cause
what about like SA or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A sexual compulsive group, Sex Addicts Anonymous.
Well, I don't have sex.
No, I know that, Fred. But the same issues apply here in terms of the kind of these sorts of
a sort of deviant preoccupation.
Well, it tends to be about aggression and shame and emptiness. Those are and powerlessness and abandonment. Those are the feelings that generate these sorts of detours off the usual developmental paths. And SA, even just get the white book. They've got a book, the big book for the SA. It's a white cover, and read it and see if you don't relate to some of the material in there. And if you do, start going to some groups, and that's free. And if you get a sponsor and work the steps, there's a potential there to really help you. So, Fred, I would really encourage you guys. You're a decent guy. You know this is wrong. You're suffering. You don't have the money to go through individual therapy. You understand it takes a long time to get through this, but you can work it through in the process of recovery. However long it takes you to get through it may take a while.
Hey, you do what I do until then. You have sex with a grown woman and pretend it's a young boy.
You just pretend you're enjoying yourself. Well, that's what she does. I beg your pardon.
Thank you, Drew. Josh.
Yes.
You're 17.
Yes.
What's going on?
When my girlfriend gives me oral sex, I cannot climax.
Uh-huh.
And this is after it's a while, and in fact, she starts to hurt her jaw and all, and I have no idea what's wrong with me.
That is just the way some guys are. You're okay otherwise?
Yes. I was thinking maybe it was because this is my first sexual relationship.
No, some guys are just this way.
Some guys are cut out this way, although I would imagine his life goes on, you'll be able to do it. Don't you think? Okay. He's 17 years old.
Either way?
Yeah.
Who cares?
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Josh, don't worry, okay? It's all right.
Okay.
All right.
All right?
Enjoy.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy. Listen, I don't understand guys who are like this. I really think they should be looked at, from a psychiatric standpoint. I don't think they're healthy at all.
I think
this to me is my favorite activity.
It means, yeah. I think.
Does it mean something?
It means something, but I also think it means something when guys are overly involved in that.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
Serious?
Oh yeah. So,
but don't you think it's 17?
Judge not.
Okay, shut up. Don't you think it's 17 if the guy got so used to his own hand, for instance, that the mouth is so foreign?
Oh, yeah, the mouth is so foreign.
Right.
17. Jesus Christ, the doorbell goes off. The guy's gonna...
That's
right?
true.
Come on.
Okay. Jenny?
Yeah?
Jeez, we've talked to How we done this like 3 Jennies in 3 nights? And we never,
Jenny,
we never talked to a Jenny?
Yeah.
What's going on there? You're, how old is she, Drew?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, last night when Cindy called, she was 15 and she had been raped, or she thought she had, and she had before.
Right.
I was trying to get in last night and I couldn't get through, but I am 15 now, and about a year and 2 months ago, I was being sexually molested by my older sister's boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
He was 31 at the time, and she was 21. There was a 10 years difference between them. And
he should burn in hell.
Huh?
He should burn in hell.
I know, well, yeah, I think so, too. But I was afraid to tell anybody. I told my sister, and she, at first, she, didn't believe me. She asked me what she wanted, or I wanted her to do about it, and I didn't know. I just told her, just keep him away from me. I don't want him near me, all that kind of stuff. And
This was how long ago?
This was about a year and 2 months ago.
You were like 13?
Yeah, it started when I was 13, and then I had my birthday, and so it was like I was 13 and 14 at the time.
How do you guys get this much time alone?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you steal away?
You know what he would do? I would be in the same room with everybody else because I would go to where there was other people. I was scared when I heard his truck, pull up to our house. I would run out in the other room with other people, and I was sitting on the couch one time. I was doing my homework, and I was watching TV or doing whatever. My sister was in the kitchen right behind us. There's no wall. It's just a counter. And he was, molesting me, and he would, massage my breast.
Okay, but why didn't you get up and walk into the kitchen?
I didn't know what to do.
All right, so the question is what happened before that?
No. Think about it. Sister picks this guy.
Right.
Then he gets victimized by this guy.
Yeah, so something happened to sister.
Dad. What's Dad all about?
Yeah.
What's your dad all about?
My sister?
Well, what is your dad about?
Oh, my dad?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? What's my dad about?
How much does he weigh?
Oh, my dad?
Yeah.
Oh, he's 200 pounds or something.
200? I knew it.
My dad could take him.
Yeah, but what kind of dad was he? Where is your dad?
Well, he didn't know. He would be at work, and it would be
I know, but what the hell set your sister up? Why was your sister attracted to this guy?
And why were you frozen as a victim?
My parents didn't approve of it, and so my sister moved out with him.
No. We're looking for something more here, like on a deeper level. Was your sister ever victimized that you're aware of?
No.
That you're aware of?
No. Yeah, that I'm aware of.
Was your dad physically abusive to either of you, or both of you?
No. He was very supportive.
Did anybody
very supportive?
Babysitter, uncle, anybody sexually abuse either of you? Or?
No. After I told them, we went to court, and my parents backed me, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to tell anybody. I was scared. I didn't want to have to face my sister like that because we were best friends, and it all kind of fell apart around us. But we went to court, and we prosecuted him. We had him for felony charges, and after I spoke out, my younger sister spoke out too.
Oh, he got your younger sister also?
Yeah, he apparently had done it to her, and so it was a good thing that I said something.
How did your older sister take all this?
She didn't believe us. She believed him. He had him manipulated. He had everybody manipulated.
Yeah, but Jesus, somebody must have done something to your older sister to set her up for this criminal.
Yes.
I know. I don't understand it. None of us did. We tried to talk to her about it. She didn't listen. She left. She moved out with him. I mean, he was in jail. He got arrested more than one time, and she would go every day and visit him in jail.
There's something wrong with your sister.
Yes, there was.
Maybe her sister just has some sort of imbalance.
Yeah.
We didn't know what it was. She was just...
Is
she back from that yet, or is she still out with him?
No, he went to jail. We went to court. He got convicted. He went to jail. He served his time, and he got out. He's out now. But when he was there, she came back home. She apologized to everybody.
Wow.
She's living here now. And
was she on drugs or anything? She did drugs?
She did when she was with him.
Okay, that's what got them together. That's it.
Well, I think so, yeah.
Okay, all right, so that starts to make sense. Your dad's an alcoholic?
No.
Mom?
No.
Somebody?
No.
Yes.
My uncle, but I never see him. He lives in Sacramento.
And whose brother is he?
He's my dad's brother.
Your dad must have the gene, whether or not he's manifesting or not to a degree that you'd understand it.
I wonder if Uncle ever got hold of your sister.
I'm wondering that, too.
Well, anyway...
So that's what the deal is. It's addiction. That's what this is.
All right. They have any kids?
No.
Good. Thank God.
Yeah, they were nothing more than boyfriend and girlfriend.
How old is your younger sister?
The one that spoke out is 13 now.
So she was 11.
Huh?
She was 11 at the time.
Yeah. 11 and 12, and she didn't want to say anything either. And so when I said something, she she said something too, and at first, like...
Jenny really didn't really play the victim role. She was just freaked out and sort of froze. And then when she got her wits about her, then really took on some action. So.
All right, Jenny.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, she sounds, she's been through so much. She's 15. She sounds like she's 25. Do you hear?
Yeah.
All right. I think Jenny's going to be okay.
But the good side of 25, right? Yeah, like okay 25.
Yeah, like you can tell she's done a little work on this, and she's not just a deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew, I'm not going to let any man inside my house.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this?
I'm creating a compound.
Like a holding tank, like an Ellis Island for boyfriends?
No, for my kids.
Oh, for your kids.
There's no way to moat with alligators.
But like when your daughter brings home a guy.
What? I beg your pardon?
Let's say she's in her 40s.
Okay, all right.
And let's say you're too weak to move from your bed. You're like crapping in a bucket. You just have enough strength to hold a pistol at your lap. You can't even wipe yourself anymore. I'm going to create, if I have a daughter, I swear to God, I'm going to create some sort of Ellis Island type holding compound.
Yes.
So guys go there, they'll be quarantined.
Deloused.
I'll be showered. Delouse them. I'll interrogate them and I'll work them over. Full body, cavity searches, everything. And then I'll have my team of therapists and psychologists profile them for many months before they're then allowed in the house. Oh.
Then you have some sort of ritual. Some rite of passage.
I have the ritual where I just shoot them in the foot with a sawed-off shotgun just to sort of, so they realize who the alpha male is.
Okay.
All right, Molly Culver is rolled in. She's drinking her expensive water and looking good as usual. We'll take a little break, and then we'll come back with her.
I feel so liquidy.
Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline will be right back.
On 92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's the Loveline. Well, finally, Molly Culver, the ultimate woman, has rolled into the studio.
Oh, you were talking tools with her even. Oh man, I remember. That's oh man. You all right? You okay?
She spotted me wearing the Makita cap and commented on it. She's a Makita gal. I like that.
I am a Makita gal.
Really?
I have a nice cordless drill at home. I actually got it as a gift.
Oh, really? That's nice.
It is a good. It's the Cadillac of the cordless drills. They're really nice.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a new one?
It's probably 3 years old.
3 years old? Keyless chuck?
Keyless chuck, definitely.
Oh, that is nice.
It's sweet. Off and on.
Is it a 12 volt, 9.6, 14 volt? A few different volts.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you about the voltage.
You work the clutch on it, or you just keep it on the drill setting?
No, you mean the stripping thing?
Yeah, you don't strip the screw off?
Sure. 1 to 5, and then the one that
it's got the little picture of the drill bit on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
Huh?
You can excuse yourself.
Getting excited. I got to masturbate. It's all the tool talk. Molly Culver's on VIP. We met her about a month and a half ago, I think, when her and the rest of the VIP cast came onto the TV show. And we decided we liked Molly the best. Nothing against the other gals, but we just decided we liked Molly. Now, Drew decided he liked you, too, although because his wife listens to the show, he decided that I liked you more, and he's been sort of doing what's called transference.
That's projection.
Or projection. Right, but we both decided we liked you. You seem sensible and beautiful at the same time. And after last week's episode, where I got to see Molly in a bikini, it was huge. It was great.
That was tough. That was a tough episode.
I rarely talk to the TV set, but in that case, it was like, here's what it was. It was a whole bunch of other chicks in bikinis. And I always know it's VIP. I'm never sure when VIP is on because it gets rerun a few times, and it's on Sundays in the afternoon. Yeah, but it's syndicated, so it's on at all. Sort of check your local listings, but it's on Sundays, and then I think they rerun it.
It's on all weekend, all over. It's on at least twice a week.
Right, so I'm never sure what it is, but I'm scanning around, and it's a whole bunch of hot-looking chicks standing by, I think, a school bus or something. So I stop because my curiosity is aroused. And then they pan over, and there is Molly standing there, and she's wearing a bathrobe, but I'm waiting. because I know that bathrobe's coming off. And then when the bathrobe comes off, that's when I audibilize. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish I'd mic'd myself. So, anyway, Molly looks spectacular in this two-piece. And you're wonderful in this show.
Thank you.
And you know what I like about Molly as well? I was reading her bio. And, Drew, I know you're going to like this because every model in the world has this line in the bio. I never went to the prom. I never got asked out on a date in high school. I don't know why exceptionally beautiful women feel the necessity to cram that into the bio each and every time, as if we're going to hate you because you went out with a guy in high school. But it's always in there, and I never believe it. Yeah, your publicist just shoved that in.
No, true. I actually, my first kiss, 17 years old. I almost graduated. Never. I did when I was 17. I dated an older guy, and then boom, I went out after that. But
right.
But just up until I was almost a senior.
Went out
in high
on
school.
heroin or?
Well, she did a little modeling in Europe, Drew. Watch out.
It was weird. I went straight from no dates to an older guy, and then from there on, it really wasn't a problem. But it took me a while too.
You're a tomboy, right?
I have an older brother and a younger brother in between the boys and my dad. And
that's good. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, and she likes weapons too. This is a strange line. We used to ride bikes and shotguns.
No, it doesn't say that.
I'll tell you, that's what I think it says there. Her and her brothers.
That's odd. We used to ride bikes and shoot guns maybe is what that means. But we didn't really shoot guns.
in shotguns.
No.
We used to ride bikes and shotguns.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got it.
I used to ride shotgun every so yell.
So you got pistols and stuff at home?
No, I had a friend who was an FBI agent, and we used to. I've shot 9mm, 357, stuff like that, but against either at a range only and carefully. And I did shoot some BB guns and a shotgun in high school a couple times, but that's.
This is like on sheepskin.
I dropped it in the toilet when I was in the bathroom. That's why it's all screwed up. Drew, I'm trying to get two things done at once. The thing fell into the crapper. All right, anyway. Grandmother's...
Keep it away from me, though, please.
Hold on a second, Drew. You've been vaccinated for hepatitis, haven't you? Grandmother's full-blooded Native American. Choctaw. And... Chickasaw. And, your dad was a jet pilot. Oh, that is cool. Is he still alive?
Yeah. He flew. He's a dentist now. His life's actually pretty amazing.
Wow.
He age of 18 went into the Navy, flew jets for like 15 years, and then came out, went back to school, became a dentist, and now he's anthropologist.
Oh my God!
He's a professional student. They say he just keeps going back to school and likes to go to school. And
well, did he fly in combat? What years was he?
He flew A4s and A7s.
Ooh, A4s!
Just those tank.
A4's
right?
the Skyhawk, my friend. No, it's Tank Busters.
Yeah, aren't they?
No. Now A4 is what the original Blue Angel or not Blue Angels, but what is the other one? What is the Navy version of the Blue Angels?
Oh, that's the Blue
Thunderbirds.
Angels.
The Thunderbirds were A4s.
Aren't Blue Angels aren't Navy?
They are
Navy?
I thought they were Air Force and Navy. All right, I'm getting them all whipped around. But anyway, I know what the A4 is. Oh, I'd like to talk to your dad. Get him in here. Okay, where were we? Robert.
Hi, how you doing?
You're 17.
Yeah. I got this chick. I met them not long ago, and she had sex with two of my friends. And
what do you mean you got this chick?
Well, I met her.
You're familiar with her. You know her.
I've met her.
And she was with two of your friends.
Yeah, she had sex with two of my friends, and I don't know. I think I'm completely infatuated with her.
How old is she?
She's 18.
And is she dating one of your friends?
No, it's this whole thing. She had sex with him, and she said she wasn't looking for a relationship or anything.
Yeah. So.
So I wanted to know. I mean, if I should bother even because she's leaving in a week to go to some CCC, like the California Conservation Corps or something.
That's a bad sign.
What's your plan, Robert? What's your? I mean, what are you asking us?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is it just? Do you think it's a?
I think at your age it's normal to be infatuated.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. I spent a year and a half with a girl one time, and I didn't feel half of the way I feel for her. I know it sounds kind of funny, but
yeah, it's not. Listen, do you listen to the show very much?
Yeah, I do. I listen to it.
If you've learned one thing about attraction, right, You got to be careful with it. It's often not the healthiest part of you expressing
well,
itself.
Why don't you just ask her out if you're
but I mean,
interested?
she's only around for a week. I want to date her. What the heck?
Well, no, it's not that I want to date her. I just want to get to know her. I don't know if I should even fret about it, but I have a problem with. I always hesitate when I want to ask a girl, tell her that I like her.
So
it takes me forever and a day to do it.
And you end up in Friendville, huh?
Yeah.
You end up their friend.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not going to make that mistake with Molly. I'll tell you that right now. I'm asking her out since we got a break.
Your boyfriend was at the television. He's a great guy.
I know. It makes me sick. He's a good-looking. What does he do?
He's an actor.
He went to my college.
He's actors. He's gay. All actors are gay.
That's so funny.
Don't you know that?
No.
Seriously. All right.
I think this guy should just go for it.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. I don't have her number or anything. I mean...
All right. Listen, hey, fantasy boy, she's going off to learn how to plant trees and then put out forest fires.
But
you understand? She's gone. She's leaving. She's leaving in a week. You don't have her phone number. You don't have a clear-cut plan. Why don't you just let her go and obsess over someone else?
Or as Molly said, just make an effort. Make a big effort. Make a big push here. It's your last. There's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Go ahead.
But she wants me to write her, and she said she's going to come back and visit me during the summer.
All right, good. Well, maybe more of a real relationship with her. But
this is pathetic.
But definitely ask her out before she goes, because you've got to establish that you are there to be more than just a friend, or else you're going to be stuck in friend land with her.
Let me tell you something about this CCC, this California Conservation Corps.
Tell us, Adam. And
this
also about get back to religion again, too, and explain what religion's all about for me.
Please, listen to me, everybody. This is somewhere between junior college and prison. It really is. I mean, God bless the people for doing it, but this is really the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
These are the people that could not get into the military. Do you understand?
Let's see what Michelle has to say. We'll go to break.
No.
Yes.
We're taking a break now.
All right.
I got to talk to Molly about personal stuff, Drew. I'd appreciate it if you give us a little space. We'll be back.
This is Loveline.
Loveline will be right back.
Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. We're going to take a 10-second station identification, and we'll be back with more Loveline in a scant 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
radio station.
Illegal broadcasters. 92.1 KFMA. Green Valley, Tucson.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Rob Schneider will be in here on Thursday. Molly Culver is our guest tonight. She is the very beautiful brunette, I should say, auburn-haired gal from VIP. That's Sundays, whenever, and then all other times. It's funny. VIP and Baywatch, to me, feel the same in terms of I could never figure out what day Baywatch was on. It was just on a constant loop. I would find it at 1:45 in the morning. I'd find it at 10 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. It was all over the place, and it seems like everything Pam Anderson gets involved with just sort of ends up on heavy rotation. Okay, so Molly's here, and Drew has decided that Molly is his favorite out of the VIP group. Not a put down to the other girls. We just happen to like Molly. She's just big and beautiful, this one.
Hey, let me say something I was supposed to mention tonight. I'm going to be starting a website, and I want help from our callers, from our listeners, on what kind of content they would like on our website in terms of material and access and information, and even access to medication. Things we're trying to get involved with these drugstore.com people and the people that allow distribution. Remind people I'll be talking about.
You can't even promote your own crap.
I know I can't. But this is important because I really want to build something that people will help people.
Right.
To use something.
They'll probably get a feeling about what the name of the website is, and they'll figure it out, I'm sure.
No, but I want to build it on what people want.
All right, but how do they know where to go if you don't know the name?
Oh, there's some sort of holding area you can go and give information. I don't know that. I'll get it tomorrow night.
All right. You want to just try this again tomorrow?
I will.
Okay, that's good. Mike,
by
can we just
the way, I'll probably forget tomorrow night. Bring it up at all.
Can we just dump that last 2 minutes out of the show? Philip,
Hey, what's going on?
you're 18.
Yes. How's it going, Molly?
Good. How are you?
All right. I got a question for you guys. My girlfriend, we just recently started having sex, I'd say 4 or 5 months ago. And basically, every time she orgasms, for the most part, she basically just pees, like, everywhere.
Basically, for the most part?
I mean...
Basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know it's pee?
I'm assuming it's pee. I mean, it gets everywhere and it's a mess.
Well,
You know? I mean, it's...
some women have some discharge that can look like urine and be quite voluminous. It can be quite a substantial amount.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't have to be urine, though it can be urine. There's something called female orgasmic incontinence, where women can in fact lose their urine. It's in either case, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That affects a lot of women, actually.
The incontinence.
Really?
The bummer about women is lots of women go their whole lives without even knowing that that's what that is or what it is. You know,
that it's urine or that...
or incontinence in general.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of women think that that's just the way their bodies are.
Well, but some women, it is the way their bodies are, too. They just sort of have an ejaculate. They have some fluids that come out. They can be a lot.
I had a girlfriend who had a net would come flying out of there.
and catch you and bring you back in?
Yeah, like the, you know, the Green Hornet's car.
The Spider-Man?
It just drag you back in, yeah. Kicking and screaming. No, I'm not done with the refractory.
But, Philip, do you discuss this with her? Is she bothered by it?
I don't know. She's not really. I don't know.
Well, just talk to her about it. Maybe she's uncomfortable with it.
Philip sounds kind of freaked out by it, though.
Don't be freaked out. It means you're doing your job, okay? Just talk to her about it so she doesn't feel uncomfortable with it.
Your job.
Yeah.
It does.
She couldn't just get him a card or something? She's got to pee on him? Philip?
Yeah.
Has it ever happened during oral sex?
Oh, man, I'm scared.
Yeah. You're not going to find out?
I don't really want to find out.
Okay. But don't worry about communicating with her, though.
Why?
No, I mean, I said don't worry about. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and talk to her.
All right. Yeah.
Weirdo.
They mean don't worry, like don't bother.
Oh, get on me, Drew, please.
I don't know. It's just...
All right, well, we've heard enough, Philip. Get in there. Okay?
Guys.
All right.
See you later.
It's fine. It's normal.
Listen, a lot of guys are into this. I personally wouldn't be, but a lot of guys are into this.
Into making this happen.
Well, it's good in the sense that it's something tangible.
It's a sign.
You know, she's not faking when a tub of water comes flying out from between her legs. I mean, there's no way you can fake that, right? Right, Drew?
Yeah, no way.
Okay. All right.
And this is why men can't fake.
So it'd be a nice novelty. It's something you'd want a hooker to do, I think. But if you got in a long-term relationship, maybe it could be a hassle.
Maybe.
Okay. Michelle?
Yeah?
You're 16?
I'm 16, yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, well, I have a friend named... I'll use a fake name. Her name's Bambi. Okay, she's so horny, it's starting to really bug me. It's like, no, I feel concerned for her. That's how horny she is.
Did something happen to her when she was growing up?
God, no, okay. She's like all into Kama Sutra stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the specifics. I want to know why she's so off the scale in terms of her preoccupations. Is there any manic depression in her family?
No, none whatsoever. It's just, she's just really horny.
I was reminded of the other day. I was dealing with a patient who's bipolar, and how much that can affect one's sexual function. This guy was complaining to me that he had 3 wet dreams in a night.
He had 3 wet dreams in a night?
And he was in a manic phase. And that's how that mania can really affect your sexuality.
Jesus Christ. You imagine that comforter?
And he was bewildered,
too.
He was like, this is weird.
You'd probably get up in the morning with a crack, like that thin ice that forms on a cold, frosty night. 3 wet dreams. The comforter would look like a Danish. 3 wet dreams in one night. I had a wet dream like 6 months ago. I couldn't believe it. I did a victory lap around my neighborhood.
Oh, boy. You all right?
Doing that when
I told you about that, Drew.
I forgot.
Yeah, it's huge.
You're working too much.
Yeah, not able to take care of enough business. All right, so, Michelle?
Yeah.
This is your good friend?
She's like my best friend. Okay, we'll walk down the street.
Yeah, I understand. She's real horny.
We don't need the specifics.
You, too. She's like, oh, Adam Carolla.
Oh, it's different. No, she's too young. Michelle?
How old is she?
She's 16, too. She's never kissed a guy.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Never went out with a guy.
All right, that's fine.
She's just so horny.
That's all right. All right, Michelle, that's all right. As long as the actions really determine the extent of the problem. The preoccupations are not as much the issue.
Listen, I don't care what anybody wants to do as long as they don't do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I care, but
I don't care if you want to rape. I don't care if you want to murder. I don't care if you got a thing for arson. I don't care if you're racist. I don't care what you do. Just, as long as you don't do it, fine.
And don't infect anybody else with it.
That's right. That's fine. To think what you want to think about anybody, be as horny as you want to be as racist as you want to be as homicidal as you want to be whatever you want to be, just don't do it. And that's fine. Well, I'm fine with that society. John, I want to be the only one who acts out. You're 20.
How you doing?
What's going on?
Not much. Just want to, first of all, say, listen to your show whenever I can. I think y'all pretty cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You watch VIP?
I haven't, but I've heard Molly's name around on the TV Guide and everything, so what's up, Molly?
Hey, good. How are you?
So, you guys want to know what my question is?
That'd be good.
All right, good.
Another half hour of small talk with a little chit-chat would be nice.
That's all right, too. But John, what's up? In a cult?
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
oh, no. It's going to be one of these stories. These kill me. Were you ritualistically abused and all that stuff?
not ritualistic.
Did you witness ritualistic abuse?
Pardon me?
Did you witness ritualistic abuse?
I know that it happened.
Oh, my God.
I never
I just can't
but
even...
there was I experienced some abuse, both physical and sexual nature.
Where was the cult?
Where was it?
Yeah.
Actually, I grew up traveling all over the world with my family in the cult.
What, the cult went with you?
The cult
they went with the cult, right?
Or did you go to sites where the cult was known to exist?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And they're pretty much international. And
what kind of cult was it?
Well, somewhat. It's actually kind of strange and hard to explain, but somewhat religious. Its basis is Christianity, and after the very, I think, basic beliefs of Christianity, it gets very strange quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So you were in this from what age to what age?
I was born in the group, and
were you a product of one of these weird marriages, so to speak?
Not a weird marriage. Both my parents are pretty cool people.
So you're not part goat or anything like that?
Well, I've been wondering what these horns are. No, I'm not part goat.
Okay.
But
how'd everyone get out of it?
Well, my dad's still in. I got out about 2 years ago when I turned 18. My mom's been out for quite a while, since I was 5, and when I got out of the group, I moved in with my mom and 2 sisters who I had not seen in like 13 years.
Wow.
And,
tell us about this cult. Like, what went on?
Well, it was, I would say, for the most part, it was pretty normal. But when there was weird stuff happened, and I experienced I think a very mild case of. But I know people in the group, friends of mine, that have had worse things happen. From like, there was a certain amount of abuse that was encouraged, or if not officially encouraged by the group, it was like it was okay, you know.
So sexual abuse?
Yeah.
Who perpetrated by the males, the like adult males of the group, of the cult?
Well, not only. There was, like in my case, there was a woman, but I think that's not as common.
So
it was not as common as.
So are you a mess now?
Well, no, not really. And like I've been dealing with anything that I thought was related to this, but there's a couple of things that are lingering, and I guess what I was wondering is like, okay, the point is, I don't want to get the whole victim like mentality and just be like a basket case, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same, and so I want to deal with everything as on my own as possible.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm wondering like when is there a point where you just go and seek like
you're there.
About now.
Right about now.
Later tonight.
Yeah. Know that most real change in the human emotional world, in the brain, does not occur by yourself, by reading books. There's certain behavioral changes you can create, and that might make you feel changed a little bit.
How about watching TV?
No. But
Really?
ultimately, it is through a carefully managed attachment to another person that real change occurs. And that's why recovery works. That's why certain religious organizations work. That's why therapy works.
I could be that person for you, Molly.
And
I know you got problems.
And so,
I'm saying,
John,
I'm leaving the door open. If you
whatever
want to talk.
there is there, it needs to be dealt with in the presence of another person. So yes, get help. Absolutely.
Jesus. And kick both your parents in the nuts.
It's good he got out at 18.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me tell you about this cult. Everything's just an excuse for degenerates who can't fit into society. And it all boils down, it all turns into something weird and sexual, too. Anytime you take a bunch of people and they break off on their own, someone gets molested. You can't even go camping without someone getting a finger in them. You really can't. As soon as you hit the wilderness, everyone just starts raping and molesting. I don't know what it is. I swear to God, you go to the desert for a day and a half, everyone comes back felt up. You can't go outdoors. I'm not going to let my kids outdoors. That's going to be my new angle.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Oh, these idiots with this cult. Is there any of this going on anymore?
yeah.
There is? Is it illegal? Oh, who cares? Listen, it's screwed up people. It's really a cult. Is just a huge neighborhood of screwed up people, and no one really to intervene. No sanity. Stephanie,
Yeah.
you're 19.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hi.
I think Jonestown worked out okay, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie,
Depends how you look at it.
Not okay, probably.
what's going on?
Okay, it's so complicated. I'm going to try and make it really short, but the reason that I called is because it's so complicated. But there was someone that I was going out with, and there's kind of like an activity that I'm involved in, kind of like a sport, I guess. I know if I say it, though, because it's not very common. Anyone?
Curling?
Huh? Bowling?
Curling.
Oh, hurling? No.
Curling.
No.
No. Bowling?
No.
Lacrosse?
No.
Squash?
No.
Do you wear a skirt?
Field hockey?
And there's, sometimes I could wear a skirt, I suppose. It's a different uniform all the time.
Different uniform all the time.
What a clue.
This is
Color guard.
She does?
Color guard?
Don't you know those girls in high school with the big flags?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Well, there's like professional color guard, kind of. And I'm not a geek, I promise. It's different.
Indeed.
It's,
You're professional. You're in a professional color guard, but you're not in the military.
no, it's not professional. It's you can do it like while you're in high school. You know, you can do it afterwards. There's like age out limits, like you age out when you're 21.
What's the question for us, Stephanie?
Kind of thing. Okay. Anyway, me and a couple of my best friends, like from high school and stuff, we did this, and a couple of them are still in high school, and we did it over the summer. And I had met a guy who was in there also, not on the color guard, but there's like a drum line and a horn line and all that good stuff. And we kind of started dating, and I didn't want to go out with him because I didn't know what my feelings were for him, you know, and I didn't want to do anything wrong or, you know, jump to anything and then have to like break up with him later. I just wasn't sure.
What's your question?
And so
What is your question?
I told him I didn't want to date him at all. I left for like a week. I came back, and he was dating my best friend. And I was like, oh, you know, it was a big surprise because I didn't think either of them had any interest in each other at all, you know, whatsoever. And I was like okay with it. I told both of them that I probably wouldn't be hanging out with them a lot, you know, because it was weird. And
Drew, I'm going to get one of those fake wooden guns that they use in a color guard and just smack myself on the head with it if this goes on any longer.
okay, well, okay, I'll stop. And
And we get the color commentary from the color guard. What's the question?
he came. We went 6 months without like seeing each other, even though they'd been together. And I saw him again, and he was telling me, "Oh, I've missed you so much. I think about you all the time. What am I going to do? I want to be with you." All this stuff.
Turn and run, Stephanie.
What?
Just turn and run.
So do I not say anything because I still see him and I still see her?
You're seeing him?
No, I mean I still see him like
See
on the
him.
weekends, you know.
Just count your blessings that you're not involved with him anymore. He's a loser.
But she's still one of my good friends. Do
Well,
I say anything or do I just leave it alone?
Melanie, what does she do?
Huh?
She lets her friend date him.
Stay
Don't
out
worry
of it.
about it.
Stay
Yeah,
out
don't
of
worry about her. Don't worry about
She'll
him.
find out soon enough.
Leave it because it's killing me. I don't.
No, it's killing you because you're pissed.
Yeah.
Tell her you're pissed. Tell him.
Listen, anytime somebody wants to tell somebody for any reason other than they should know the information, they're going to tell them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I've learned from this show, which is interesting, is people talk about the truth and they have the right to know, or I don't want to be burdened with a lie, so on and so forth. I don't want to live a lie. It's all just a tub of BS. When people tell people, I've been sleeping with your best friend, when a woman tells her husband, you know what, while you were gone in the military for 6 months, I slept around. When they need to tell people the truth, it's not because the person needs to know the truth. It's because they need to get a desired effect from telling them
It's
this information.
It's not about being honest.
Don't even use the word truth. It's just I'm going to use
it's
this.
Acting out.
I'm going to use it like a poker.
Yeah.
It's part of a fireplace set, and I'm going to jab you with it. And they're holding it, and it's driving them nuts that they can't jab the person with it. And when they want to jab somebody, or the person deserves to be jabbed, they're telling them. And she will absolutely tell her friend, because it's payback for her getting with this guy.
Right. That's right.
Right. And then it'll be under, I just thought you needed to know.
Right. No, I had to be honest.
Had to be honest with you. Right. Okay. Matt?
Yeah, hey.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, you see, since about a year and a half ago, I've masturbated about 4 or 5 times a day.
For the last year and a half?
About, yeah.
Yeah. He's closing in on my record.
It's not anywhere near 20 years.
No, I have a junior high record, a high school record, and now an adult record.
No.
Indoor, outdoor, win-aided. I have them all. There's a little asterisk in the book.
Win-aided.
Yeah, but lately I've been noticing that I've been starting to lose feeling in the head. And also I'm noticing a little disshapement in it. I was just wondering.
Disshapement.
Yeah.
Good word.
Just a little bit crooked.
Right.
Crooked in the shaft.
No, in the head.
In the head.
It's just a little turned the wrong way.
Why all this excessive
Maybe
activity?
someone moved your bed.
Why all the excessive activity? What's going on, man?
4 times a day for a year and a half?
About, yeah.
Well, it means he started when he was like 12.
No,
13.
it's about 13 and a half.
About 13 and a half.
Yeah.
That's hitting the ground running.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty busy. Now, let me just work your schedule out. You get the 1 in the morning, right? Right, then you get the 2 sort of wild cards in the day whenever you can squeeze them in, depending on how mom's schedule is, things like that, school, all that. And then you get the 1 before you go to sleep, right?
Basically.
Yeah. You know, when you do it a lot, you forget when you did it last, and you'll do stuff like you'll go, I'm going to go to bed, I better whack off, and then you go, wait a minute, I just whacked off. Wait a minute, there's a gym shirt on my belly now. Holy Christ, I whacked off 10 minutes ago. I'm going insane. It's like slipping into some sort of
that was too
heroin.
Specific, Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never had
I'm a
one.
little freaked out.
I read about it in forum. Guy was talking about whacking off in forum.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Molly's really impressed now, by the way. I mean, she's like,
move. You know I don't do that. Right in the penis.
Matt, why all this activity? What's going on? What happened to you?
Nothing, really.
Apparently your dad's a little aggressive or anything with your mom?
No, I think I'm really horny.
If you got caught by your folks 35 times a year, you would consider yourself lucky and in good shape. Like, that'd be a reasonable margin for error.
Okay, he's up to 1,400 times a year.
I've never been caught.
1,400 times a year, it's just sheer probability of numbers.
Never been. You're doing it 1,400 times a year, and you've never been caught?
Yeah.
What are your folks in a coma, like on a breathing apparatus in the living room, or do they just move out?
No, I'm just really careful.
You do it in the shower, huh?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, look,
very versatile.
It just smacks of something a little excessive here.
Smacks of what?
Yeah.
All right, Matt, can you curtail your masturbation to, let's say, 20 times a week?
And I would say that it's not just, it's something, it means something. There's something going on here. And usually it's about something, again, an aggression, a feeling of emptiness, a shame.
Slow down a little, would you, Matt?
Something you're covering for, some difficult.
There's no, like, permanent damage or anything that can...
Well, let's just pretend there might be.
Yeah.
Just so we can scare them straight a little bit.
Assume you can erode it off, okay? Treat it as though it's something where you could lose potentially.
And here's the thing, too. When you're going 4 times a day, you lose your edge. You know what I mean? You don't have the eye of the tiger.
God.
You go out there,
edge.
A naked woman could run right past you. You wouldn't even look up.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean,
yeah, that's
I'm a
busy.
girl. I don't know. I mean, I really don't even know
lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yes, even for Adam.
It's a good role at 15.
Year and a half?
a year and a half, and it's consistent and it's solid, and that's why I respect him. But I can tell you, I've had more than 4 in a day. I mean, as a teenager.
We're proud of you.
Those sick days.
Did anything come out the 5th and 6th time?
This 5th time, just a powder, just like a talcum burst came out. Actually, folks came in the room and were blinded. Then the 6th time, that stick that had the flag on it that said bang. And then the 7th time, that's when the ghosts flew out. Woo! And then the mouth opened real big and went right over me, and then it went right out the chimney. True loves the ghost whack-off story. All right, Molly Culver is here, and we'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191 on 92.1 KFMA.
Hi, this is Natasha Henstridge, and you're listening to Loveline with the sexy Adam Carolla and the fabulously sensitive Dr. Drew.
Is that Natasha Henstridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my old gal. Now I got Molly Culver. I don't know. I guess I should let them duke it out. I got to be fair to Natasha. I haven't seen her in a while.
Shotguns.
Shotguns.
Motorcycles.
And shotguns, yes. Molly Culver is one of the stars of VIP, which is Valerie Protection. Valerie, what the hell's the I for? Irons, right. Protection. I don't have the sound up. I just watched that show. So it's a fantastic show. It's shot like it's really the way the show looks. It's like you've had a few beers when you're watching it. It's very colorful. There's a lot going on. The sets are great, and it's almost shot. It's like an animated, non-animated show.
There was there's something in it where the colors, it's all about colors. Our offices are completely colorful. Our folders are orange and green and blue. They're not just regular folders or something. So it's a very colorful set.
It's sort of Miami Vice in the way that show had its red cars and blue blazers and all that kind of stuff, or I should say.
Hey, why are you writing all those numbers down, Anna? You're getting an OCD on me? 105.
No, these numbers. I wrote these earlier. I just doodle. I figure instead of doodling and just drawing things that don't make sense, I might as well draw numbers.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can practice. Yeah. Aaron.
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
I'm in a relation. Well, I was in a relationship where I was faking orgasms with my boyfriend.
God bless you.
For 2 years. I had orgasms through oral sex, but not through intercourse. And we have since, parted our separate ways. And I'm in a new sexual relationship, and I'm not having orgasms through intercourse, and I don't want to get stuck back in that vicious cycle of faking it. And I'm having trouble communicating with my new partner.
Can you define that? What does that mean?
Well, I guess I'm having trouble communicating with my new partner on not what makes me feel good, but you always read in all the magazines, like, the magic G-spot, and I can't seem...
Put down those magazines. Burn them.
And I can't seem to find that spot, so I'm starting to get discouraged in myself, because I enjoy sex, and I like it a lot, and I know I'm capable of orgasm.
Hold on a second. You think any of the old douchebags that are writing any of those articles for Vogue or Cosmo ever found the G-spot?
I don't know.
It's written by women.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a bunch of old dried-up prunes that haven't been laid since the Nixon administration, and they're telling you where your G-spot is. Please. Listen, I've talked to a columnist or two, and they're just a bunch of screwed-up nut jobs. And their whole deal is they're going to make you feel bad about your sexuality, too, because they're so strung out about theirs. Yeah, it's pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Reading is evil.
Well, reading those things are
Yeah, just anything.
Molly says yes.
Yeah, no, they're definitely good. Stop faking. You don't.
Of course.
Just relax.
What's wrong with what you do experience?
You're having an orgasm.
Yeah, but I want to have orgasms through intercourse.
Well, keep working on it, and when you do, you do.
And not just through...
Why do you feel obliged to make the guy think that you do? Not, many women your age, if not most, don't. Do you understand that?
No.
That's a fact. See, you've been reading too many of these magazines.
Don't what?
Don't have orgasm during
Don't have
intercourse.
orgasms.
During
Yeah.
intercourse. They have it with oral sex or other means. Most, Aaron.
Really?
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just fine. You're great the way you are.
Don't sweat it.
Don't feel the need to be something different than you are. And if you go ahead and you want to expand what you experience and to work on that, great. Go work on that.
So how do I don't want my new guy to think that he's like inadequate.
Will you forget about the guy for a second? He's not inadequate. He's look.
Whoa, Drew.
Well, I'm so tired of women subjugating their needs for men. It just
becoming kind of cathartic here.
No,
though.
I'm just tired of it. It gets when I start talking to when somebody's reading Cosmo and that affects how they feel about their own worth, and she can't get past validating this guy's needs. It's all exactly the backwards from where women should position themselves.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew is right.
Well, it's hard if you're worried about what. If you're worried about him even a little bit. I mean, I understand having a little compassion for the gentleman you're dating or your partner.
Right.
So you can be kind and just communicate. But calm down about it. You're not going to offend him in any way, I hope. And if you do, so what? Then you get somebody who's going to understand you.
Right.
And then you'll be able to have a conversation about your needs, and it'll be good.
Well,
And-
he can
and
give you
relax.
the orgasm with the oral sex, though, right?
Adam said here straight. Is this guy gonna be upset if she doesn't fake an orgasm?
No, who cares? Listen, I have the TV on so loud I can't even tell.
No.
I'd hit the mute for you, Molly.
But seriously, I don't.
All right, Aaron, stop it. This is your problem. It's not his problem.
Right.
I mean, you're making you're taking a non-issue here and you're spreading it all over the comforter. Do you know what I'm saying? Just relax. Maybe you could have the orgasm if you weren't so uptight about faking it and having it.
Right.
And stop reading all those rags, would you? Let me tell you something. It's no different, those Vogues and the Cosmo and all that junk. Oh, it's just a big load. I swear to God, if I was a woman, I read that, I'd kill myself. It's just such a load. And all that Men's Health and stuff, that's gay porn. Listen, any guy who reads those, 20 minutes a day to rock solid abs, and they show some faggoty guy rollerblading in a pair of cycling shorts with a bandana tied around his neck, that is gay porn. There's no real man who reads one of those magazines. Ridiculous.
No Makita
You
ads.
shouldn't even read magazines. You whack off to magazines. That's all. You don't even read them.
Is that what you do to your tool magazine? Your woodworking magazine?
Hey. There's some good articles in there. There's a bearded guys in smocks. You understand?
They all are in ZZ Top, aren't they?
They're rating the Orbital Sanders this year, all right? In my latest issue. I do subscribe to Woodworking magazine. I know it's pathetic. You want to know how much man I am? On my downstairs toilet on the lid, I was just looking the other day, I got Woodworking magazine and Busty.
And model airplanes.
Oh, don't bring up the model airplane in front of Molly. Guy's got to have hobbies, doesn't he? Listen, all these, it's just, these are all rags.
Molly's
Stop
dad
reading
flew
it,
real
everybody.
airplanes.
I know, but I got a model A4 that I'm working on. That's why we could talk. I should really talk to your dad about this. All right. Jake?
Yeah.
You're 22.
Yeah. Y'all are cool, by the way. But I'm just wondering what the long-term effects of accidentally swallowing about an ounce of lead would be.
An ounce of lead in what kind of form?
You start sounding
fishing weight.
like Lurch.
You swallowed a fishing weight?
Yeah, I had it in my mouth. I was tying a knot. This guy comes up behind me. I whirled around and kind of tripped on the wood of the pier and swallowed it.
All right. Well,
Jesus Christ, I wish I was there.
How long ago?
How much beer do you got to drink before you start swallowing tackle? You understand?
Well, they're kind of lozenge shaped.
Yeah, but at that point, the fish are laughing their ass off. Okay, this idiot just... It's ironic that you're out there trying to get fish to swallow stuff, and you're actually swallowing it.
Well, you got to be nice to the fish.
How long ago this happen?
I'd say 5-6 days ago.
All right. Well, certainly it's past.
Yeah, it's past. I was just wondering because I was like, lead.
Well, you can get lead levels checked in your blood. The things that we worry about, it's usually chronic lead exposure, Jake. It's anemia, neuropathy, there's even some brain damage.
It's for kids, too.
Well,
mainly.
It's certainly more of an issue when somebody's developing, but the lead can be chelated, so, yeah, I mean...
Oh, wait a second. Did this thing come out of your ass?
I certainly hope so. It's been a while.
There's a 15-pound striper on it, too.
No.
Jesus, that must have made one hell of a splash.
What's that?
Did it splash you right back in the ass?
No, I don't recall it
really
clinking or anything. But
I think it'd be different.
I don't feel anything.
I'm sure you're fine.
All right, cool.
Listen, here's the deal with the lead. I know something about lead because all the home improvement stuff I used to do. You know, there's lead in a lot of paint.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to kick it up and inhale it and all that. It's mainly dangerous for kids.
And chronic exposures.
And chronic exposures. Yeah. Yeah. It's this one-time thing is not going to hurt Jake.
Not
and,
like this.
You know, it's just a little brain damage anyway. Jake, where are you working?
Not working right now. I'm going to school.
All right.
Where are you going to school?
Junior college?
UCSB.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an actual college.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the name of that team is, Drew? The Gauchos.
Oh, that's right.
Talk about a name. No wonder you get your ass kicked in football.
It beats the Lord Jeff.
I don't think do they even have a football team?
No.
I don't think
so. And why bother? It's like, okay, we're going to form a team. What are we called? The Gauchos. All right, screw that.
What are Gauchos?
Gaucho's like a conquistador, like a Mexican. Oh, the Gaucho.
They were bad pants in the 70s, I think.
Gauchos were not only bad 70s apparel, but Gauchos were the cowboys of Central America.
Right. And Mexico.
Right. Right.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah. These are like guys who got drunk and barbecued. That is a Gaucho. And am I right? Yeah. Sherry's thinking because she's a smart one of the show. It's a Central American cowboy, right? Right. Yeah?
Let's go to break, please.
All right. I want to talk more about Gauchos. Molly Culver's here from VIP, and we'll take ourselves a little break. We'll get back.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
92.1 KFMA.
Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Molly Culver is here from VIP. Molly's really the perfect woman. She's got a good name. She looks like Molly. Doesn't she look like Molly?
Sure.
Do I look like a Molly?
Yeah. Yeah. People don't forget your name, do they?
Stage name.
No, they don't, actually.
Yeah,
That's
Molly.
my real name.
No, you look like Molly. There's some people that don't look like their name, and then you can never remember their name.
Right.
You live with them for 8 years. You're like, hey, dude. You can't remember, but Molly's easy because Molly looks exactly like a Molly. I'm trying to think of the name that I wouldn't... I could remember her as a Jennifer, maybe a Molly. I'm trying to think of the name I wouldn't.
Nancy.
Tammy. Oh, yeah. Nancy or Tammy wouldn't work. All right. Jim.
Yo.
You're 22.
Yep.
What's going on?
Well, let me set the question, and then I'll go ahead and set the details. I wanted to ask you guys if you had any advice on how to deal with someone after you've gotten out of a relationship with them, but you still have to work with them closely.
What kind of job?
Mainly theater. I'm a theater technician, work in the theater, setting up lights, building sets.
Is that what she does, too?
No, she does makeup. Anyway, she and I have been dating.
It's why. She's got to be a little nutty, too, right?
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
All
That
those
doesn't hurt in life.
all those makeup chicks are a little off. Do you notice that, Drew? All the hair and makeup chicks seem a little nutty.
It's why.
Forget about the guys.
It's why we.
That ain't nutty. That's fruity.
Don't think the workplace relationships are a great idea because they end, and you're ending up uncomfortable or bitter, or having to leave the job.
What are you going to do a where else
I know,
are you going to meet
I know that's
people?
your position, but the point is here's
how we
Jim.
met, isn't it? What are you crying about?
Yeah, it's
The other thing is it's a college theater, so you got to take your classes, so there's not any getting around it.
Yeah.
Well, who dumped who?
Mutual decision, really.
All right. Well, then quit complaining.
No, the thing is, it's a mutual decision, but we were still on pretty good terms. We still talk to each other a lot, but lately it's been like I walk into the room and she clams up or completely and utterly ignores me.
Did you start dating somebody else?
No.
Did she?
No, not that I know of.
All right.
Well, then try talking to her and reestablishing some civility in that relationship.
Just kind of hang out and let it be. I mean, things have a way of working themselves out. Yeah, you don't have to make a move all the time. you don't see them that much, so you do see them, so it's a little uncomfortable. It's sort of the price you pay, but people get on with it pretty quick, right? Okay. Sure you're done with the show, aren't you?
No, I just, I know if I even speak up, you'll...
Drew usually finishes
me.
the show about 11:30. He's hung on tonight because of Molly. Alexis?
Yeah. Hi.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, by the way, hi, Molly.
Hi.
I've never really heard of you. Sorry. Okay.
Why is it important to throw that one in?
Huh?
What do you say? You
never heard of her.
Never heard of Molly?
I'm sorry.
I don't know why people feel obliged to put that in there.
Yeah. I'm going to have to put you on hold for a little while, Alexis. Okay?
No, let's just hear the question.
No. I'm going to put you on hold. That's fine. Yeah, we have the world's rudest callers. Here's what our callers do. I'll go, hey, we got the cast from Who's the Boss 2000 on. You a big fan of the show? No, I'm not going to say that. Let me restart that. I'll say we've got somebody from, name a show.
Candid Camera 2000.
Melrose Place.
Okay.
Bob's on the line. Hey, Bob, you enjoy Melrose Place? It's all right. Now, that's how our listeners are. Now, you can't even rally and muster like yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, here's my question.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
Well, it doesn't bother me.
But this one, Alexis had to come in out of the blue and give it like.
She had to call I never heard of you.
Yeah.
No, it bothers me. And I'm trying to help Alexis over here because this kind of antisocial behavior is not going to serve her well in life. So we'll just move on to the next one, and she can hang on for a little. Becca?
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yep.
Molly Culver's on the show tonight. What do you think?
Cool.
There you go. Thank you. All right. What's going on?
I've been having this problem lately where I'll be masturbating and I'll have an orgasm and I'll break down bawling.
Wow.
That's sad.
And I don't know why.
My folks used to do that when I was done.
Any hint at all?
No, I mean, it's just these overwhelming, I just break, just bawling.
Anything going on in your life recently?
Not recently, no.
Well, was something on your mind?
Not that I can.
Well, when you say not recently, it leads me to believe that maybe something had been going on in your life.
Well, I mean...
Oh, Alexis left the line there, Adam.
Oh, well.
Don't you feel bad?
No,
She
I
had
don't
an important question.
I understand, but she could have hung on for a few more minutes.
Because, I have been raped in the past, but...
Yeah.
When?
No, there's no connection, though.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, it's got to be something else.
Since then, and I didn't have problems then.
When were you raped?
The last time I was raped was November.
Okay. No, nobody ever gets raped once is the other thing I've learned on this show. Somebody rapes them, some vermin in the family, some uncle, some older cousin. Somebody gets hold of them when they're 9, then they get raped again at 13, then once more in college or 17. What happened with you?
14, stranger.
Stranger?
How about before 14?
A lot of signs pointing to it.
Right. What's the theory?
I don't know, though, because it's just I've had a lot of people, therapists, psychiatrists, even family members asking me. But
Who sexually abused you when you were 5 was the question, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
We would just predict from the data that something happened before 14.
Yes.
But anyway, even if whatever happened at 14 was the first time it happened, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, a stranger?
Mm-hmm.
And was it brutal?
Very.
Oh, boy.
And then raped again since?
Yeah, twice.
And
Twice?
What have you been seeing psychiatrists for?
Post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so might your depression be acting up again?
Could be.
Okay. You've been feeling a little bit depressed lately?
Now that you mention it.
Okay.
I am kind of showing some of those signs again.
All right. I mean, easy tearfulness is certainly a sign of depression. Are you on medication now?
Yeah.
What are you taking?
Yeah.
What are you taking?
Oh, Depakote.
So you're bipolar.
I don't know. That's what they put me on.
Okay. Well, that's a medicine for mood stabilization.
Whenever someone bursts out laughing when you ask them if they're bipolar, that's always a yes. There you go.
All right.
Actually, the funny thing is that's pretty much the one thing I haven't been diagnosed with.
Oh, bipolar?
Yeah.
Well, now you've completed your journey.
Across the board.
You haven't lived until Drew has diagnosed you as being bipolar.
Well, I'm not diagnosing anything, but I'm just saying that that's a mood stabilizer, and that's usually for people with some sort of bipolar mood lability. And you, even in talking to you, Becca, you're sort of labile, right? We hear you're down, and then you're laughing, and then you're sort of inappropriately laughing. So you're all over the place right now for some reason.
That's because I'm really nervous.
Okay, all right. Well, be that as it may, it's a little more labile than usual. And so that might be something going on biologically right now. It's really causing you to kind of become extra emotional.
Oh, boy. Becca, choose your dates very carefully, would you please?
Yeah, so I've learned.
Yeah, we know. As a matter of fact, I'll decide who you're going out with. Because if you pick a guy, there's like an 87% chance that he's a rapist. You understand? Okay. I'd be laughing too, but it's too sad, really.
Yeah, I've got the police watching my last ex.
I know you've. I swear to God, if I were the police, I'd take this Becca, I'd walk her through a mall like one of those drug sniffing dogs, and I'd say, "Who you attracted to? Yeah. This guy over here? This guy? And she'd start scratching on his leg.
Wouldn't it be that? Just sit there for a couple minutes, see who comes up to you.
Oh, better yet.
Yeah.
And then I'd just arrest them immediately.
Just dropping dead on them.
Oh, Drew, we got to really team up.
Yeah.
Molly, you could join.
Becca, talk to your psychiatrist. There might be a need for either a Depakote level or maybe an antidepressant to be added to what you're taking there.
No, all right. The only time I cried when I was masturbating is when I dropped my magazine into the toilet. I just broke down like a baby at that point. I'm going to...
That's why you gave up magazine?
A Tool magazine.
No, but my whole lamination plan, that's what spawned that idea. I had this plan for laminating pornography.
For the shower.
Yeah, it gets destroyed. Think about it. Most guys do all their work in the bathroom, and it's a horrible environment. I'll tell you a little home improvement thing. You know, when you're in the bathroom, when you're hanging drywall in the bathroom, you don't hang regular drywall, you hang green board. Because there's a high moisture content in there, and the green board can take it. It's like drywall, but it's made for moisture. And when you paint with an oil-based paint because of the moisture content in there. And why not take the same approach to pornography? It can be ruined. A shower or two falls into the toilet. Someone carelessly throws a wet towel on it. You know the heartbreak of just ruined pornography, Drew? You never get over that. It's like when a mother loses a child. You never get over that.
I imagine, especially for like 15-year-olds, they get really attached to that stuff. Oh. I know you're still in search of the magazines you were attached to.
If I'd love to relive my childhood through the... I'm picturing the theme song, Scattered Pictures. Oh, if I had that Frisky magazine I had in 1978, I'd just be in hog heaven. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break, and then we'll come back.
Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
It is Loveline. All right, that's about it for the show. Molly, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Better late than never. And
it's not my fault.
I know. But I still figure you owe us like 45 minutes, so you can make that up like 5 minutes at a time over the course of 9 shows, or you could just come in for another 45 minutes at some point. We'll figure it out. VIP is the name of the show, Sunday nights, or I should say Sundays, and it's all different listings, time listings. So you check your local listings and support that VIP. And Molly, best of luck on all
Thank you.
endeavors. Come back and see us again soon. Rob Schneider will be in here on Thursday, and until then, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Mommy! This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is